From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, December 17th, 2016. Silver is trading at $16.10 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,135 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 0.85 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $791. Antiwar.com reports Filipino President Rodrigo Duterte responded angrily on Friday to reports that the U.S. is considering withholding some of its aid to the country over human rights concerns, saying that the Philippines does not need America and, more importantly, we don't need your money. Since his election, U.S. and Philippine relations have dramatically worsened, with President Barack Obama canceling a planned meeting with Duterte and the Filipino president openly talking about seeking closer military ties with Russia and China, arguing that the U.S., historically their lone arms supplier, was only interested in selling what they want to sell, not necessarily what a country like his needs or wants to buy. Duterte insisted that the politics here in Southeast Asia is changing and that China had assured him he could buy whatever he needs from them instead of the United States. He also reiterated his desire to end U.S. military deployments to the Philippines, saying the U.S. should prepare to quickly remove its troops and equipment. He indicated that the end of the deal allowing U.S. troops in the Philippines could come at any day. Duterte had previously expressed concerns that close ties with the U.S. military could suck the Philippines into an American war with China, and that he wants to avoid that. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports the U.S. intelligence community will soon disclose an estimate of the number of Americans whose electronic communications have been caught in the crosshairs of online surveillance programs intended for foreigners. The estimate, requested by members of the U.S. House of Representatives Judiciary Committee, is expected to be made public as early as next month, according to a letter seen by Reuters on behalf of the committee. Its disclosure would come as Congress is expected to begin debate in the coming months over whether to reauthorize or reform the so-called surveillance authority known as Section 702, a provision that was added to the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act in 2008. The letter, signed by 11 members of the House Judiciary Committee, said the timely production of this information is incredibly important to inform debate on Section 702 in the next Congress, and without it, even those of us inclined to support reauthorization would have reason for concern. The letter was sent on Friday to National Intelligence Director James Clapper. It said his office and NSA officials had already briefed congressional staff about how the intelligence community intends to comply with the disclosure request. Clapper's office confirmed the letter had been received, but declined further comment. The lawmakers termed their letter an effort to memorialize our understanding of the intelligence community's plans to provide an estimate in real numbers, not percentages, as soon as January that can be shared with the public. The federal government has long held that calculating the number of Americans subject to Section 702 surveillance might be technically impossible and would require privacy intrusion exceeding those raised by the actual surveillance programs, which were originally intended to counter foreign espionage. Intelligence officials have said that online data about Americans is incidentally collected under Section 702 due to a range of technical and practical reasons. Critics have assailed such collection as backdoor surveillance of Americans without a warrant. Section 702 is set to expire on December 31st, 2017, absent congressional action. It enables two internet surveillance programs called Prism and Upstream that were revealed in a series of leaks by former NSA contractor Edward Snowden more than 3 years ago. Prism gathers messaging data from Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, and other major tech companies involving messages that are sent to and from a foreign target under surveillance. Upstream allows the NSA to copy web traffic flowing along the internet backbone located inside the United States and search that data for certain terms associated with the target. Clapper, who is stepping down next month, suggested in April that providing an estimate of the Americans surveilled under Section 702, a figure some have said could tally in the millions, might be possible, while defending the law as a prolific producer of critical intelligence. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.